But I digress. Now let's move on just a little bit further. Got a pretty cool news clip for you here. Pretty cool one. Pretty cool. Man shoots unmanned police speed enforcement vehicle in Santa Fe. You got a man that goes out in the middle of the night, gets out of his vehicle, takes his pistol, and puts 5 shots in that vehicle. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and do that, period. You understand? In full disclosure, I'm not telling you to go out and do it, but I want you to hear. In terms of surveillance society, as I started out with, one more example of it, and one more example of somebody fed up with a boot on their throat. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. It's only 3 minutes long. Please. Listen up.
In Santa Fe, New Mexico, there are these police cars that have speed radar in them, right?
Don't be spinning around on me.
And they're unmanned vehicles, right? There's no one in the car. The whole purpose is to park the car on some sort of road and take note of who's speeding, right?
And then hand out tickets.
I can't stand this.
Me
right?
too.
Well, there's another gentleman, he's an elderly man, who was upset by this. I'm assuming he also received a ticket. So at 1:20 a.m., he decided to take matters into his own hands and receive or give out strike back. Let's watch.
Literally, yeah. So there he is. The camera on that vehicle is recording this happening. He's in his bathroom. That's what's happening. Yeah, he's fine.
And let me go ahead and say this ahead of time. There is some what I would call adult language with this reporter, okay? It ain't me saying it. I'm playing it. I can't edit it. I can't bleep it out. So everybody's grown here. But just listen to the two reporters and their reaction to what the elderly man did, okay? And see, here's the thing. There are millions upon millions of people fed up. They're just afraid. They're afraid of the jackbooted thugs. They're just totally afraid. Anyway, let's move on with the clip.
Fire gun. That's what's happening.
I love his nightgown.
And no. What I love is his face that is saying, "What now?" Okay, he had the "What now" face. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna record me speeding? Hey, record this instead, bitch. Bang, bang, bang. Now, let me just, for the record, denounce and reject him. Because you never know, man. That's such a dumb idea. Maybe the bullet ricochets, goes somewhere else. Maybe somebody had come in to change the film on the camera. You see, it's unmanned, right? Mm-hmm. And there's the bullet holes in there. You think, it's a bad idea. Besides, which, don't shoot into any car, right? Having said that, I think a lot of people are going to look at that dude and think, American hero.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I definitely thought so.
Now, notice the reporters are saying, we don't recommend you go and shoot vehicles. It might ricochet and hit somebody else. But notice how the guy coins this person an American hero in most people's eyes. And by the way, if you go to Blacklisted News and look at this, you'll notice the language of both of them. It seemed to me they're fed up too. But anyway, notice and see how this plays out and how the reporters have the guts to say what they believe about the situation. All right, let's go ahead with it.
Because we're all so tired of Big Brother looking over us at all times. Now they couldn't afford the cops. That's okay. They put in these things, and they're watching you, and they're watching you, and and it's 1:20 in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and you got your bathrobe on, and you're just trying to get back home, or whatever the hell you're doing at 1:20 in your bathrobe. And there's some of my bitch gonna come record you. You just record this, bitch. Bang, bang, bang.
I'm not laughing at the situation, but I am laughing because this reporter had the guts to say what was on his heart. I mean, let me back it up, and then I'm going to let it play in its entirety. But I'm telling you, let me back it up and let it play in its entirety, and I'll stay out of it till it finishes, okay?
you and and it's 1:20 in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and you got your bathrobe on, and you're just trying to get back home or whatever the hell you're doing at 1:20 in your bathrobe, and this son of a bitch gonna come record you. Just record this, bitch, bang, bang, bang.
5 shots.
Okay, and so obviously it's a bad idea, but some part of you goes out to that gentleman in Santa Fe, makes you think, you go get him, old tiger.
Yeah, sometimes you just lose it, and this guy lost it.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I feel like he just said, what now?
Yeah.
He didn't say that, but he said something.
I wish we knew what he said before the final shot. Because whatever it is, it's definitely good.
By the way, we have to recognize the possibility that this gentleman has lost his mind. Okay, let's keep it real, right? Because he's talking to there's no person there. He's talking to a vehicle he just shot up.
I'm not even going to make the assumption that he lost his mind. I think, who knows, maybe he's in a bad financial situation.
He's got a nice Audi.
Yeah, that is true.
Look, he's still be in a bad spot.
Go get him.
No. And I'm not saying he lost his mind. I'm saying there's some chance he lost his mind.
Now, see, she was totally for the guy, and this is Young Turks. She was totally for the guy, and he really is. I mean, he really is. He said we have to have full disclosure, whatever he said. The guy may have lost his mind. She's talking about he may be out of work. Well, you know what? He may just be fed up with people shoving a camera up his nose all the time. You know what? He may just be fed up with it. The police didn't have, listen to this. I'm going to rant for a minute. The police didn't have the money to hire nobody to drive around and check on speeding tickets, but they'd take a $40,000 brand new Explorer and a $20,000 worth of equipment, which equals $60,000, and set it on the side of the road to look at everybody that comes by that's a mile over. Then they automatically send them a ticket to the house. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. It should not be. Whatever happened to peace officers doing their job? And that's another thing. They want to give tickets out to people like this old man and everything. They want to give tickets. He probably got several tickets or whatever for 2 miles over the speed limit. God only knows. But then turn around and they want to bring their cocaine in. CIA planes crashing with cocaine on them. They want to send weapons. You know, this administration here, although the last one was just as bad, they want to send weapons to the Mexican cartel, and it kills American citizens, okay? They want to take your freedoms away, and that's okay. But you speed and go 2 miles over the speed limit, and if they catch you, and you smart-mouth them, you're tased, and you're beaten half to death, and you're drugged to jail. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Big Brother. Welcome to the society where nobody can do anything, and they can't be secure in nothing. Excuse me. I just got aggravated for a minute here. Whew, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I got to stop this tape. I've got to stop it right now. I'll be right back. Hang on. I'm trying to do YouTube and this together. I'll be back in a minute. Y'all sit there and take a moment of silence for the old man that had enough body parts and genitalia to do what he did. I'll be right back. I had to stop that tape. Anyway. I mean, I got to tell you, people are fed up. People are fed up with the situations that are going on. People are sick to death of it. They are sick of it. They're sick to death of it. And I got to tell you, we're going to see more and more of this. Am I promoting it? No. I'm reporting the cotton-picking news and telling the truth about it. Reporting the news is all I am doing and telling the truth of it. So if anybody don't like it, they can get over it. You know what I mean? So I got one more thing I wish to play for you real quick, if I may. I know I'm playing audio a lot this day, but you know, let's see who else warned us real quick. This is Eisenhower. Y'all listen up. Please listen up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. We now stand...
Oh, it's buffering. Don't ask me. Played perfect
10
this
years
morning.
past the midpoint of a century that has witnessed 4 major wars among great nations. Until the latest of our world conflicts, the United States had no armaments industry. American makers of plowshares could, with time and as required, make swords as well. But we can no longer risk emergency improvisation of national defense. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. Added to this, 3.5 million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment. Now, this conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals, so that security and liberty may prosper together.
Okay, there you go. Eisenhower, Kennedy, Franklin, you know, big brothers everywhere. They warned us. They've come back today to warn us from the grave. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to inform you, but it's only going to get worse. But you and I have got a job to do. You and I have got a job to do. And that's to refuse it. That is to refuse the continued destruction of our freedoms and our liberties. And I know somebody thinks they know what I'm finna say. But nope, not by the Constitution. But by Yahweh Elohim, the Holy One of Israel. See, that's what they... Oh, they won't separation of church and state. Well, I belong to Israel. I'm a part of a peculiar people. Separation of church and state? Oh, you got it. Because I don't want nothing to do with the state. Nothing. And I pray that more people will begin to think and believe as I do, because it will become strength to their bones and health to their souls. This is not a game. I don't spend the 30 minutes I do here, nor the time I do on the other site, 7 to 9, just to be popular, just to be seen, or just to be heard. I do it because I know that many people are headed to the slaughter in the natural and the spiritual, and I don't want them going there. That's why I do what I do. Thank you all, the guests that have came by today. If you can, come by tonight at 7. If you can't, I understand it. Endtime Watchman News Network, Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, Jehovah Shalom willing, peace. I'll be back 4 o'clock tomorrow. I got to go look at this video and see how I butchered it up while I was trying to do 3 things at one time. And I'm going to have to see if this is going on YouTube or not. But anyway, I want y'all to have a great day. And whatever freedom you can enjoy, I beg you to do it. I beg you to. And remember that we are listener supported. And remember, tomorrow's the 1st. P.O. Box 756, KILA, Montana 59920. Thank you, and God bless.